Hey guys, this is the Lone Panzer, and today I bring you another Battle of War Thunder. But today I will review the KV series of tanks, or the Klement Voroshilov tanks. Now let me go through a little bit of history as well as some introduction about this KV tank. Now these KV tanks were named after the Soviet Defense Commissar Klement Voroshilov. Now this KV series of tanks were known for their extremely heavy armor. These tanks were practically immune to the 3.7 centimeter KWK 36, that is the 3.7 centimeter Kampfwagen Cannon 36, and the short barrel 75 millimeter KWK 37 guns mounted on the Panzer III and the Panzer IV tanks. Let me just reduce the volume a little bit so that I can hear to myself as well as you can hear it too. Okay, now overall the KV-1 tanks were immune to almost any German weapons except the famous 88mm cannon. Now later in the war, the KV series became the base for the development of the Iosif Stalin tank. Now some KV2s, the KV-2 tank that you see here, I tried to put on a new a new skin and sort of screwed up, and this is what I turned this tank into. Nice falling flowers of the autumn season, etc, etc. Anyways, now KV2 tanks, they had a 152mm cannon. They weren't exactly designed for tanks, they were instead designed for anti-bunker units or sort of artillery units. Now if I go to modifications here, you can see that the gun that is using is an AC shell, or the anti-concrete shell. Only one of its type in this game you will find. Most others are hits, high explosives, and armor piercing, ballistic cap, and other types of shells, but not the anti-concrete shell. Now there is a KV2 in a few of the KV2s to survive the war, and only 300 were produced from 1940 to 1941. Now some KV2s were actually captured by the Germans, and they used them for artillery observation due to their huge height. You can see the height difference. This is the KV1 with the ZS5, and you can see the KV2. The height difference is pretty observable and can be well understood. Also, to get to the top of this tank, you get into this tank using the hatches. They had these small stairs, as you can see here, 1 2 3 stairs, as now we can see, and they named it as the Sturm Panzer Kampfwagen KV2 754R, or they don't know what this R means anyways. So a few things about this KV excuse me, this KV2 tank had some serious issues. Firstly, the shell travel time is directly proportional to the weight of the shell. So the higher the shell, the higher is the shell travel time. So although this tank has very high killing capabilities, but it cannot aim and fire at targets which are moving fast or even moving into some slow direction, because even if you lead the target and think the target will be there and then fire, you will see most of the times that you miss the target, or the shell just overflies or blows up in front of the tank, barely damaging it only minutely. Now also the gun's performance is pretty is actually, you can say, downgraded by the reloading of the tank. Now the reloading part is very bad. It takes about 30 seconds to reload the tank and gun, and obviously that may be a problem to you if you are playing in battles like arcade battles. So even in realistic battles, actually the chances of survival get little bit more if, say, your enemy is not as seasoned player as you are, or maybe as other players of your team, for example. Now this tank's battle capabilities were pretty high. So when Operation Barbarossa began, I'll also play this tank anyways and show the armor layout and etc, etc. So when Operation Barbarossa began, the Red Army had about 508 new tanks, new KV tanks. they were so effective. They had so effective armor that the Germans were incapable of destroying them with anything they had. So they had to use the 8mm anti-aircraft gun or the 105mm gun to destroy them. Now most battles were actually won by the Germans because as you see here there are no machine guns, so close flanking practically destroyed them. But one battle that occurred, the Battle of the Reziniai, let me just check it out. Yeah, it's the Battle of Reziniai. Now the Battle of Reziniai was a battle which was a KV tank engagement that stood out and became legendary. So what happened was, during the Battle of Reziniai on 23rd 24th June 1941, a single KV-2 tank from the German 2nd Tank Division, that was from Generals Ian Solyankin's 2nd Tank Division from the Soviet 3rd Mechanized Corps, they practically pinned down elements of the 6th Panzer Division, and it actually stalled the entire division's attack for one full day while being attacked by anti-aircraft and anti-tank guns until it ran out of ammo. So obviously this tank is fantastic, and if on the right person's hands, this tank can become a huge problem for the enemy. Now I'll go through the entire the armor layout and the crew placement, etc., etc. Okay, now for the armor layout, as you see here, this cannon barrel is only 40mm thick and has no slope angle, so if you hit it with a shell, most probably it will be destroyed or will be damaged quite a lot. But you see this part of that is the back of this tank, or the gun mantlet. It is rolled homogeneous armor and thickness is 90mm, so the effective thickness becomes 170, pretty much 175, because of this extra block over here. Now this part is has no slope, or even with the slope it becomes thickness is pretty bad, 75mm, but still you can bounce shells. But this part is absolutely flat, and if you shoot a tank through this, shoot a shell through this, most probably there will be damage to the crews will be dead. Also the ammunition can blow up this tank. Other than that, this tank has almost same the flat armor overall. So hit through these tracks are capable of absorbing a few shots. A shot at the back of this tank will destroy its transmission, and the engine may catch fire. Most of the time it catches fire. You can also shoot through these small driver and gunner hatches and damage and kill the crews or damage modules. Now let's see the crew placement. So as you see here, the crew is a machine gunner. The machine gun on this tank doesn't work anyways, and the driver sits here, and the ammunition is here. So and this is a huge block of fuel tank, so if you shoot at the side of this tank, or here, as I said, it has ammunition, it will blow up the tank, or if you hit here, it will catch fire. Also if you hit the transmission, the same thing would happen. And both these tank sides are practically filled with ammunition, so one shot will be more than enough to destroy the tank, blow it up. So let me play some battles, and there you can see this tank's capability as well as my failure or maybe success, whatever. So I get into a battle with the Carpathians. In this battle you can there are 3 ground zones. I normally like to head up to this castle over here on the, like I'm showing it on the mouse. It's a pretty good place for a KV to be there. Now I press to battle so that the battle starts. In domination mode you can there are like 3 capture points, and there is also a new mode called the break mode. Anyways, my tank looks pretty much like a rainbow with some extra, I'll call this autumn leaves. I don't know what this verbal wind and KV-150 is doing. I want to bear on its tank sex. Probably it is, who knows. I'm just using his term. That guy Baron and Fly Daily, they're fantastic. I mean, their tutorials have helped me so much to see. That's a T-3485. That tank is way capable of killing me if they shoot me, but they are on a very, you can say, bumpy ground, so it won't be possible for them to hit me directly. See, if you see this tank carefully, you will see this tank is very slow. Even with a good engine, this tank is so slow in going up hills. I don't like hitting him. Anyways, and our Panzer 5 over there is getting really. See, the turret turning speed is also very bad. It's pretty. Sometimes you may have to move the entire tank. See, the anti-concrete shell is so destructive. It went through directly, it hit him and killed him the instant. But see the reload time. Let me see the reload time. My reload time is 30 seconds, so it's already like barely 6 seconds passed. I don't know why I have a female voice. Maybe I have to check something in setting up place. I don't feel well today. Anyways, I got the first strike, but you will soon see me dead. They have already captured like 2 places, there are 2 zones. See, my tank, my shell missed the target. That's because it's not because I fired in the wrong place. That because it's so heavy, the gravitational pull of this tank, of the shell, is massive and puts a toll on its travel range and velocity. Now there is a tank in the A section. I don't understand that why people, cannot stop these gaps while they are near the cap. Even if they're near the cap, you still see people actually capping. Okay. So that was a Panzer 5 Osprey, and I failed to do any damage on it because there is a reason. It has very sloped armor, and I don't know, the bombs will probably fall on me and I will die. Now we are in a typically bad place. Now I'm repairing my tank, but you see my tank barrel is like destroyed. It's absolutely gone. You see that tempest coming? I don't know, it's probably crash. Yeah. One of my track is repaired, but the other one is still under repairment, and I hope that I can practically move from here, but actually cannot. So instead of just sitting here doing nothing, I better get into a battle, air battle. That options they come actually while you play the game and you have enough kills. So I killed this guy. I destroyed his transmission and blew him up. Now I took over another of these battles. Now this is a so I get killed by this KI. This is a Japanese tank actually. Now this is the same Panzer 5. Again, the shot that I hit him probably bounced off, but we'll probably lose this battle, as you see that. And practically speaking, with this tank you cannot spearhead an movement or an action, because it's so slow and its turning capability is so slow. Plus it's it's actually not, it was never used as or for it was never used as a spearheading action. It was always used as like in the back, from the back it is to support the infantry movements and this all. And even if we have captured a zone, there is still little chance for us to win, as you know the see the battle meter that's going on. And now we are having artillery fire. It's taken down by some, maybe that. Oh boy. Now I am in a very bad position. My side is absolutely vulnerable. Although the artillery did nothing, but still there is a very less chance for me to survive this even this last leg of the battle. As you can see clearly here, I am being pounded round after round by probably by that IS-1 over there. It's a miracle that I am still alive. I don't know how. Well, the IS-1 killed him. Hopefully I'll be able to go there, and 3 or 4 seconds reloads that I have. I was pretty lucky that I could get into this cover of this rock while you know what, this battle was bad. We shouldn't have really started it maybe. Chances of our winning this battle is near zero, nil I would say. And see, I missed that shot even if I aimed it. There is a reason why this happens, because I told you the shell travel time is pretty long. Tanks just move around, and I don't think we'll be able to win this battle. Don't be surprised if they win. So I get into this air battle once more. Hey guys, this is that battle only. Now we are probably going to have an epic win, really. I mean, from this situation, very few people have actually won. Can put up more videos so that people can see. Thank you guys, and happy tanking obviously.